Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to build this awesome early game quarry that is basically game breaking. So I hope you guys are ready. Alright, so I did a little bit of exploring in between episodes, and I found this, the Ender, and of course you guys seen it, it was in one of the temples. But I went ahead and got that. Also found another one in another temple right here, and I found some of this stuff in the temple as well. This was of course in a cave. But yeah, I got some more stuff. It's always good, and I made a capacitor so I could charge this thing. I did run out of power, as you can see. I was attacking Endermen with it, because if you attack Endermen with the Ender, they can't teleport away, so you can kill them pretty easy. Since they can't teleport away. Like, they'll teleport just like a tad bit, but they won't teleport long distances away from you. So it's a good thing to get one of these, especially early game, so whenever you do find one, you don't have to worry about him running away. And I only got 2 ender pearls from my trip, because I literally stayed overnight, the entire night, and jumping around only found 2 ender pearls. But since we did get an ender pearl, we can make a quarry. So there is a way to do a quarry in FTB Beyond. If we take a look at RF tools, there is a builder block right here. And see, it does require 1 ender pearl, and it requires some bricks. Machine frame's pretty easy to make. But you're going to need one of these guys, shape card Quarry right here, and that's going to go inside this, or at least tell this machine, or tell this block right here, tell the builder block what coordinates to start destroying and picking up items from. So yeah, this is pretty nice. It does require a bit of power. Now it doesn't tell you how much power, but I think one of the base solar panels should suffice. I think for the most part it should work, and probably some other way to power we could try, but I think the solar panel is going to be one of the best ways to get started. I think I want to make a solar panel for our base and for the base there. We also need a way to get items back here. So I was thinking about doing a, let's see, ender chest. But I don't know if we can quite afford it yet. No, we can't. We don't have access to blaze rods yet. And then a regular ender chest, we don't have enough ender pearls, so that is going to be a problem. So let's see, is there any other ways we can reliably store items? We can always use storage chests. That might be a good option, so we can try storage chests. Down here, we have, these are the upgrades for it. We actually probably have to type the @ directory. There we go. So we can try storage drawers, not storage chest, and probably hook it up to, where's the controller at? Might be able to hook it up to a controller and have it just pipe items into the controller. I'm not seeing the controller. This is the compacting drawer. Oh, there's the drawer controller. Okay, right here. The drawer slave, I think, is something else. It requires a diamond. Not too expensive, actually. So we could probably do this and basically just make a bunch of basic drawers. Probably be your best bet. So I'm going to make a bunch of basic drawers here. If we can get an actual chest, there we go. Alright, so we need wood. Pretty sure we have wood. Yeah. There we go. And that should get us some chests. There we go. 33 chests, that's going to be plenty. Especially for these basic drawers. We're also going to need some more wood already, since we just ran out. And let's see, I'll make 16 of these. I don't think we're going to need more than that. But we're going to need to make one more for our controller. And let's go ahead and make the drawer controller. We need some of these guys, some redstone torches. We need 6 redstone torches. And we should have both of those. And now we can make a storage controller. Alright, now the controller will hook to all of these drawers. We're also going to need an item conduit. And luckily, I found some pulsating iron. I only found 1 ingot of it, though. That's kind of unfortunate. I found that like in episode 2. I think whenever I found it in my first chest. No, I actually found it in the village. That's right. Found it in the village. Alright, so we have item conduits. Alright, and I did make some conduit binders, so I'm good to go there. Looks like we can make a couple sets of these. Wow, 24. So we have 24 item conduits. That'll actually last quite a while. Alright, so that is one step, and I kind of want to get into the solar panel. And if you look in here, I've covered this before in Sky Factory 3, but if you look at the solar array is a pretty sweet early game item right here. You're going to need a solar panel controller tier 1, which is kind of expensive if you don't have the lapis lazuli to actually get this stuff. But the structure blocks are actually pretty cheap to make, and the solar cells are pretty cheap to make as well. And then it says 4 modifier cores or any upgraded versions. So we're going to have to make some modifier cores, which I didn't actually look to see what it's going to take. But the modifier cores don't even really affect this. The modifier core requires clear glass, which we get from the we get it from the enriched sand. We're going to need some enriched sand, so I might as well get, I guess, a stack, if I can, of that. And I think this has to be cooked anyways, because there's no other use for it other than smelting it. So yeah, we're going to have to cook this guy up, I know, immediately. Alright, so I'll actually probably grab 2 stacks, if I can, of that. I should have enough. Alright, we'll go ahead and get that cooked up while we wait, while we build everything else. Alright, that'll give us 8, and we have some item conduits. I think that's it. I think we're ready to go. I think we're ready to go to the mining world and get this all set up. Alright, that's all we needed. Okay, so I went to the top. Actually, it's actually nighttime. Let's go back. Alright, I want to do this in the day, because up there at night, it is awful. It is so bad. Okay, let's sleep. Yeah, it is terrible. Alright, let's hurry and head back there. Let's get this done. Let's get this quarry up and running. I want to see how cool this thing is. Alright. I'm trying to think. Did I forget anything? I don't think I did. Alright, so if you hit F9, we can see what chunks we have. If you hit it twice, you can see it a little bit better. I'm trying to think of where I want to place it. This looks like a nice empty space right here. Awesome. So let's go ahead and place our builder block down. That's kind of one of the first things I want to do. And I'll place him, try and get it in one chunk if I can. So right here, alright, we just placed the builder block. I need 2 building blocks that I can use to build above it. Kind of want to go 2 blocks above. There we go. And we'll place the solar panel thing right here. There we go. And now I can place the solar panel down. I was trying to use that as a pick. Wow. Alright, I want to place the solar array controller right here. And then all these other blocks I can just get rid of. There we go. And make sure I pick them up. Alright, so to get this thing built, all we gotta do is spam click this. Let's get our torches out of here. Spam click that. That's odd. Right there. And it should say it's complete when it has all the blocks complete. There it goes. So it is complete, and up on top there's actually a solar panel. It's kind of hard to see if you don't have anything to build up there, but you do see it. It's pretty neat. All right, so we're going to take this and run power directly into this guy, and it's generating a bunch of power right now. So that is good. And now I'm going to set this up, take my item conduit, place an item conduit right here. And I think it placed one up there on accident. Let's break that. There we go. And we're going to run that because apparently the builder block also has a port on the bottom and the top, and that's how it exports items. Alright, and right next to it is going to be the drawer controller, just like that. We're going to have this set to extract, always active, and set this to insert. And then we're going to set all of our drawers up next to it, just like that. And now we have all of our storage for all the items this thing possibly could pull out, hopefully. Hopefully there's not more. Alright, so let's get the card in our hand. We can actually open this menu up. I kind of want to void out cobblestone, and I want to avoid dirt. Sand and gravel. I'm not worried about sand. I'm not worried about netherrack, and I'm not worried about stone. And solid, torus, slope dome, solid bottom. I just want it to be a box. Alright, so we'll do box right here. Alright, and if you shift click on this block, you can set the points to where you want it to actually mine. And I think I want to set it to mine this block here. And we're gonna go way over here into another chunk. Alright guys, so I wanted to go over this a little differently because I had a few problems. One problem was my portal frame was down underground, and I kind of wanted to fix that. So what I did was I broke that portal frame. I made sure I had my tool with me so I could relight it, because if you don't, I'm guessing you'd be stuck in this world until you made another one. And hopefully you found a fortress, because you would get no wood. Alright, but yeah, so I moved my frame, and it placed me somewhere else, but what I did was, since I destroyed my old frame, I went back through my other portal in my overworld, and it actually put this new one above ground. And as you can see, here's where my old one was. But yeah, this actually worked out quite nicely. I wanted to be above ground, because I don't know why it kept placing me underground. That was kind of sucked. Alright, so I wanted to go over this, this quarry. I know since you guys saw it, I was having issues. To fix those issues, all you had to do was put a chest on top, okay? And with the chest on top, you can actually just hook your item conduit back into that drawer controller like I had placed originally, and with all your drawers hooked to it, it will work. Now, the other problem that I had was this bad boy right here was not working like I wanted it to, okay? Whenever you shift click on here and you place your blocks and you open this up, this right here is not going to be set to 256. You're going to need to manually set this to 256 if you're using a solid box. So set this to 256 or 500 or whatever you want to set it to. Really high, it'll automatically default to the lowest, which is 256. That way it mines all the way down to bedrock. Otherwise, it's just going to mine the top layer and that's it. So yeah, and then you place that back in there and it does work. If I turn this on like so, you'll see it is mining. And it'll continue going. If we go over here and look at this, I don't want to get too close to the edge because it does mine really fast. Cobblestone, it mines incredibly fast. So let's see where it's at. It's actually down somewhere. Probably down under the lava. You can see the lava's moving. Then it's going to move over here and start working on this chunk. The problem is like right now, it may have to deal with some obsidian or stuff like that. It takes a lot more power to mine through stuff like that, and it's a little bit slower. When it comes back over here, as you can see, there's some craziness going on, but that looks like obsidian right there. And it may be experiencing the same thing. Like it might turn lava blocks, source blocks, into obsidian to mine them. So it's just something to keep in mind. He does use a little bit more power to do that, but it's going to go over here. I wish it would hurry up and do that and move over so I could see it. But yeah, I wanted to show this to you guys because it was kind of hard. I mean, I had to do a lot of troubleshooting. I could not figure out how to get this, get conduits to suck items out. Well, it doesn't. I actually had to use a chest and put a chest as a buffer. Then the items go in the chest. You can use any chest, I'm assuming here, as long as it's like a chest. But the chest, it was just, I was having so many problems. I couldn't get the item conduits to work. So a chest does work. You place a chest on top. It will automatically export items to the top. The power does work, so that's good to know. But then I basically hook it to a drawer controller, and the drawer controller will fill all the drawers. I actually need more drawers, because if you look in here, this is my buffer chest. I basically set up 2 chests for the buffer, and yeah, it's overflowing, as you can see, with obsidian. And I have to say, this is kind of OP, especially for early game. Getting this guy right here, this solar panel, which is kind of OP in itself, during the day, this thing is going to mine, and I literally, I mean, I'm being serious, I have not been sitting here for no more than 5 or 10 minutes, just walking around and stuff, and I've gathered all that's in the front, and all of this stuff. So, I mean, there's more basalt right here, diamond, all this stuff, and it's not mined that large of an area. This right here, where you see the top layer ripped off, that is because I was testing it, and as you can see, it was only basically clearing the top layer, and it was not clearing down to bedrock. But now, when it does down to bedrock, it actually mines a chunk at a time. So it'll mine one chunk at a time. If you do have the dirt one and don't surround it by glass, it'll fill this all with dirt. Then you won't have to worry about it. So, I do believe that down here, though, that it is actually clearing out obsidian or something. Actually, it just finished, it looks like. The lava's cleared. I see it clearing blocks down there in a row. As you can see, it's doing it right now. And then it should start on this chunk. There it goes. And see how fast that is? That is ridiculously fast. Yeah, for a simple quarry, if I wasn't voiding cobblestone, all that would be turned into cobblestone, and it'd be kind of a bad deal. But luckily, it gives you the options to void. So yeah, voiding is pretty nice. So you can void all that awful cobblestone, so you're not filling giant things up with cobblestone. But yeah, it's collecting all those items. There are upgrades to, you know, there's a Silk Touch upgrade. There is a bunch of different kinds of upgrades, but yeah, this like fortune and stuff like that. But this is going to work just fine for now. And this is where this mining world comes in handy. Yeah, this is clearing out super fast. Like, look, it just mines through the ores and stuff. So yeah, I'm super excited about this, and it's kind of overpowered for this mod pack. I'm sure that when the FTB, whenever they put the hard mode in as the new game mode, I'm sure this guy is going to be incredibly expensive to make, the builder block, or at least the part of the builder block is going to be incredibly expensive. But yeah, as of right now, in just plain Beyond, it's super OP. I have to say, this is game breaking. To me, it's game breaking. This basically means I don't have to mine anymore at all. But I mean, I guess that's a good thing. I get to experience more of the mods. But yeah, as of right now, I don't have to mine at all. Basically, I just need to go to the Nether and find a blaze spawner, which I'll be able to do real soon, especially since I'm gathering so much material. Basically go, and right here it looks like this is how much it holds, 169? Is that the max? It doesn't show me in my tooltip like other mods do how much a storage door actually is supposed to hold. Actually, there it goes. Stack limit 32, so 2 of 64, and 64 plus 41. So it should hold 32 stacks. That's where this... Maybe this needs to be set to 1 and then set to 0? I don't know. I should not be getting coal in here. But yeah. Also, I was going to say, if you wanted more of these portal frames and you just wanted to use them for decoration, since they don't look that bad, you can basically just break this portal, build another one, go to it, break it, and come back and keep going back and forth. And you can basically build these up because it's going to create a new one every time you break it. Just in case you wanted to dupe a bunch of these portal frame blocks, even though they're pretty cheap to make. But yeah, that's one way you can do them. Do that. Yeah, it looks like this isn't... I'm still kind of trying to work down how the priority system works. Because it's still sending like iron ore and stuff all into this chest, even though it should be sending it here. It should be set to priority 1, and this set to priority 2. And that way it should go straight into here. That's how it should work. Because I do believe if I fill this up... should fill everything that can fit in here. Fit in here. Looks like we got... I hate how these are almost identical. The aluminum ore and iron ore look almost the same. But yeah, I save a lot of time on this video by go ahead and explaining it this way instead of rambling on about how I can't figure it out. But yeah. You can hear the block noise. You can actually turn the block noise off if you want to. But yeah, this is mining incredibly fast. I can't even explain. Man, that is super fast. It's clearing that out. But yeah, it should all be going into like the limestone. There's 108. It actually just broke through some of that. But yeah, it's doing its job. I just would like more storage drawers, and that way I could get rid of this and not have to worry about it. Because like gravel and obsidian and stuff should have a place in here, especially the gravel. Yeah, I know. Alright, well, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to click that subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching.